Desire of nations bind and won the hearts of all mankind. Bid thou our sad division cease, and be thyself our King of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Take heart, O weary soul. Take courage, grieving one. Your Savior's come. Your Savior's come. He's come for us, O people of God, and He is coming soon, O
Happy Friday and welcome to our evening devotional during the season of Advent. If you can believe it, we are 2 weeks away from the celebration of Christmas, and time seems to be flying by and being slow all at the same time. But as we take this time together, I invite you to light your candles as we consider the true light of the world. Christ is our light. In preparing to listen to our reading, watch for how the servant described establishes peace and justice.
Isaiah 42, 1 through 9. Behold my servant whom I uphold, my chosen in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. He will not cry aloud or lift his voice, or make it heard in the street. A bruised reed he will not break, and a family burning wick he will not quench. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow faint or be discouraged till he has established justice in the earth, and the coastlands wait for his law. Thus God says, the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spread out the earth and what comes from it, who gives breath to the people on it, and spirit to those who walk in it. I am the Lord. I have called you in righteousness. I will take you by the hand and keep you. I will give you as a covenant for the people, a light for the nations, to open the eyes that are blind, to bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, from the prison those who sit in darkness. I am the Lord, that is my name. My glory I give to no other, nor my praise to carved idols. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and new things I now declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Today's passage comes to us as a song. the first of 4 servant songs in the book of Isaiah. Songs remind us of important truths or realities. A favorite Advent hymn is, O come, Emmanuel. The second stanza reads, O come, thou dayspring, come and cheer our spirits by thine advent here. Disperse the gloomy clouds of night, and death's dark shadows put to flight. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. During Advent, we remember that our Emmanuel, Jesus Christ, has come. He is the servant of the Lord, promised long ago as the one to deliver his people from their sins. And so Isaiah expresses through song God's words reminding his people that the Lord's servant would establish justice. In what seems like an ironic twist, the prophets frequently accuse the people of God of committing injustices, often expressed in their failure to care for or protect the poor, the widows, or the orphans. The Lord's servant, however, would not break the bruised reed or snuff out the smoldering wick. Instead of crushing the weak, the servant of the Lord would defend them. This execution of justice by the promised Messiah was set against the backdrop of the seeming injustice faced by God's people. As a consequence of their sin, God allowed the nation to be conquered by the Babylonian armies, who destroyed the walls of Jerusalem and left the temple in ruins. Thousands of the most influential citizens were taken into exile. It was to these captives 500 miles from home that Isaiah's message of God's justice was intended. Instead of punishing the exiles for their disobedience, the Lord promised rescue and restoration. God would raise up a servant who would save them in spite of their sin. So here in Isaiah 42, the Lord announces, Behold, my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. The work of the servant in establishing justice, one of the most important functions in ancient Near Eastern kingship, is reminiscent of the work that Jesus accomplished by his life and death. The mission of this servant as a light for the nations is expressed further in the servant's work of opening the eyes of the blind and setting captives free. Unlike the weak idols, the God who created the heavens and the earth will accomplish all of this. In short, emerging from the ashes of the Babylonian exile would come a servant of the Lord who would establish his kingdom of justice that would constitute not only the hope of Israel and the nations, but peace for all who find their refuge in him. Everywhere we look are bruised reeds and fainting wicks. People all around us dwell in discouragement and pursue inner peace, justice, and righteousness from those things that are temporal and lacking. If only there was one who could take people by the hand and keep them. There is. In Advent, we are called to lean into our need, our discouragement, our faint-heartedness, and find Jesus who dwells in those places. He is making us and all things new, opening eyes that are blind, bringing out of their imprisonment those who sit in darkness. As those around us wait impatiently for justice, encouragement, and peace, I invite you in this season to pray, wait, and trust God to finish his work in you. Only in receiving him as the faint wicks and bruised reeds that we are, can we offer hope to those around us. May the peace of God fill your heart and your life full this Advent season.
As we enter into a time of quiet reflection, I invite you to pray this prayer with me. God of peace, you do not grow tired as you bring your justice and peace to this world. Help me learn from your abounding love and compassion. Uphold me in your strength and comfort me by your Spirit. My soul delights in you. In the glorious name of Jesus, amen. As you rest in Christ, prayerfully consider tonight's question. Do you see bruised reeds and faint wicks around you? Ask God for compassion.